This is a little weird. I think we'll get used to it though. Howdy y'all, and welcome to my slightly updated corner of the internet. It is a new month, and with that there's some pretty exciting games coming out. And there's some really cool gaming events that are happening towards the end of the month too. So we'll just dive into the games we're most excited about. But first, hi, my name is Nikki. I go by Camilla Panda, and we just love video games in this corner of the internet, and board games. And this is the video roundup of the games I am most excited for that are coming out in the next month. Now, one thing that's a little weird about this particular video is that every game I am featuring comes out on the same day, which happens to be March 5th. I know, there are other games coming out. I try to make these videos short, but for whatever reason, the 3 games that I have been most excited about that were coming out all come out on March 5th. Now, there was a 4th game. It was Mouse PI for Hire, but they just announced that they are delaying by a month, which I'm totally okay with. I'd rather not have devs and the team have crunch. And I'd also rather have a polished game upon release. But if someone can explain to me why March 5th is the day, because it's not just these 3 games, there are other games releasing on March 5th that I'm just not showcasing because I try to make these videos shorter. Could you comment below why? Is it literally one of those made up social media holidays, like how there's a holiday for every single day of the year, including Hot Dog Day? Someone could explain that to me, that'd be great. Anyways, here are the games I'm most excited for. The first game we are highlighting today is a sequel to a game that made me sob on stream when I first played it. Planet of Lana 2 is a beautiful, hand-painted game that takes place after the end of the first game. We'll follow Lana and their cat companion Mew in a larger, more emotional and challenging journey with the same Ghibli-inspired visuals, expanded mechanics we loved in the first game, and once again, no spoken dialogue. You'll discover the planet's secrets as you explore more of its icy landscapes, forests, and oceans. Lana and Mew will also meet other tribes and people who live on the planet. Like its predecessor, this game is a puzzle platformer, and the devs estimate it will take players about 6 to 8 hours to finish. And while I know this won't be for everyone, but it's definitely for me, I suggest also making sure you have at least 1/4 a box of tissues nearby, at least for when you get to the end of the game. Granted, I cry very easily. You can play this game on PC, Xbox consoles, including Xbox One, Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch 1, and Nintendo Switch 2. If puzzle platformers aren't your thing, but Rogie Boy card games are, the sequel to Slay the Spire comes out the same day. Slay the Spire 2 is more of the same deck building, roguelike goodness many fans have grown to love. This game takes place 1,000 years after the first one. The tower had laid dormant for that amount of time and just reopened. There are new trials and dangers in the sequel for you to discover, and you'll also see some very familiar faces. What is new in this game is the co-op mode and having new ways to discover the history of the Spire. Now, this game will be entering early access, so it's not a finished game, but that's okay because this gives the devs a chance to let all of you be able to provide feedback, your feelings, be able to balance the game before it hits 1.0. So while it is in early access, it is only available on Steam. Now, this next game, I can't play yet. It is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, and I still don't have one. So I'm feeling a lot of FOMO about this, especially as a lifelong Pokemon fan who also happened to have played a lot of Viva Pinata on Xbox 360. Of course, we're talking about Pokemon Pokopia. While it is not your traditional Pokemon game that you grew up with, this one takes an amazing spin on the series, and a lot of the side games I have played, this one just looks great. You play as a Ditto who lost their trainer, so you go looking to find them and end up finding a bunch of Pokemon who need some help. You have to craft homes and environments to attract different Pokemon, keep up with the Pokemon's request, craft items, grow crops, and build yourself a little home and community. I love that you are working alongside other Pokemon and that you in this game are not a trainer. And I love that you learn different skills and abilities from the other Pokemon since you are playing as Ditto, and Ditto has that wonderful thing of transforming into any other Pokemon or shape or thing that they remember. Now, Pokemon's something that I grew up with. As a kid growing up visiting my grandma in the hospital and then having my mom in the hospital, I played a lot of Pokemon on my Game Boy Color. It was Pokemon Red, it was Pokemon Blue, it was Pokemon TCG. So any chance I get to play another Pokemon game, to go back to that universe, go back to that escape world that I had as a kid is always a delight. And to be honest, this is the Pokemon game I have longed for. Between the fact that you're living truly alongside the Pokemon as a Pokemon and being able to take care of them and just exist in the space and not feel the pressure of trying to win tournaments and battles and everything, I cannot wait to finally get my hands on this game. It's honestly making me want a Nintendo Switch too. So while I wish it was on the Nintendo Switch, the original one at least, I'm just excited that we're getting this game in any capacity since it looks so different from the other Pokemon games we've had. And like I said, this and the past 2 games we talked about all come out on March 5th. That's it for all the games I'm highlighting this month. So if you like cool games, funny gaming moments, shenanigans, you'll probably like this corner of the internet, and maybe you should hit the subscribe button. And if you want to help this corner of the internet out, down below there's a link to Throne where you can help crowdfund a Nintendo Switch 2 for this corner of the internet so we can start covering Nintendo Switch 2 games, not just here on YouTube but also on Twitch. Also, this is not an ad, I'm just trying to highlight different ways people can support this corner of the internet so we can keep doing what we're doing and hanging out here. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video or over on Twitch. Okay, thanks, bye-bye.